Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello,
Hello, good
ma'am.
evening, everyone. Yes, hello, ma'am. Hello, Mukta, ma'am. How are you?
I am good, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, fine. So, welcome, audience. Today is a great day for us, and we are so excited to make you make you learn with all the tools which are related to GCE Level 2 certification. So, welcome today for this session, a great event which is held by GEG India, wherein all the educators or all the great experts and leaders from India, all over India, have collaborated, volunteered, and taken great efforts to just bring in to you the all the information and upskill your knowledge and upskill your skills related to certification of level 2. So welcome today, and I hope it will be a great journey. No matter it's a 3 day journey, and it will be a little hectic, but yes, you are definitely going to learn so many things from our experts, wherein you are going to upgrade yourself. And if you're preparing for level 2, it would be great. So as we say that it doesn't matter if you are like, it's not important that you have to be with level 1 for becoming a level 2 educator, but yes, if you're planning to become a Google certified trainer as well later on, or innovator, or any further certification, then we recommend that GC level 1 certification is also an important part of that. So go ahead, have knowledge from our experts, and just upgrade your skills. So I'll introduce myself first. I'm Spanna Gandhi, founder and leader of GG Surat, and today we are here to welcome you all on behalf of GG India, wherein all the educators have come together. I am a certified trainer as well, a moat educator, a moat ambassador, Wakelet certified, and Wakelet member as well. So welcome, and now I invite my friend Miss Mukta. Mukta ma'am, how are you?
Yeah, I am good. And once again, good evening, everyone. And welcome to the Level 2 Bootcamp conducted by GEG India. And all the educators, trainers, innovators of India are going to take these sessions, be with us for these 3 days. So I am Mukta Sablok, founder and leader of GEG Ghaziabad, and I am a certified trainer and Wakelet certified, book certified, and CAMI certified. So now level two. First of all, I want you to understand what is level two, why we should do level two, what are these things, and all that. And for that, I'll be inviting our innovator Sangeeta ma'am to the stage so that she can brief you out about this. Over to Sangeeta ma'am. Just I welcome Sangeeta ma'am.
Hello ma'am,
Hello,
welcome everyone.
good evening, everyone. Good evening,
Good
everyone,
evening,
and
ma'am.
pleasure to be here among all of you. As Mukta and Pana have already shared, we are here representing Google Educator Group. So, Google Educator Groups of India have come together to bring you this learning experience, as we are calling it a weekend of learning. And this is just to support and empower educators to appear for this level 2 certification. So let's talk about what this certification is and what are we going to do in these 3 days. So yes, I'm Sangeeta Gulati. I'm leading the GG Delhi NCR, and more you can figure for me from this slide itself. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what we are here for. So when we think about Google certifications, there are 5 very popular Google certifications for educators. We have them categorized very, very recently. Google has updated and classified into two categories. One is product expertise, and the other is professional expertise. So, when you look at Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2, they come under the product expertise, which, as the name suggests, means that as a Google Certified Educator Level 1, you are experts of using Google tools, which I guess many of you are. And even if you have not gone for this certification, if you are a regular user of Google apps in your classroom, in your administrative work, then you are in a way eligible to take this exam. So don't worry to get a certain set of expertise which would qualify for you for this. But yes, a little bit of preparation goes a long way. So Google Certified Educator Level 1, and then you have Level 2. So what's the difference between the two? Google Certified Educator Level 1 covers core apps of Google, whereas Google Certified Level 2 covers not only the core apps but also certain features of these core apps which we normally do not use. Along with that, certain other apps which are not so common. So, when I talk about Google core apps, if you are already a GCE level 1, then you would understand that I'm talking about Google Drive, Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, even Jamboard or Calendar. Here, when we talk about Google Certified Educator Level 2, all these core apps still remain. You are going to be tested on how well you know them, how well you use them. But in level 2, you are expected to have a little more expertise. How do you take these core apps to another level? Along with that, as I said earlier, certain lesser known apps like Google Trends, Google Scholar. These are apps that we don't normally, in our day to day classroom usage, bring to maybe in the class use or even are aware of. Then we also have Google Geo tools like Google Earth, Google Maps. These are not so commonly talked about, known, but GCE level 2 expects that you are familiar with these apps. So these are the various apps that we will be covering, not only what I've just now listed, but another long list. These are the apps that will be covered in the 3 days boot camp that we are going to have every evening starting today from 5 p.m. onwards. So you're going to look at getting a chance to get familiar with core apps as well as certain lesser known features of them and some apps which you are not very familiar with. So get ready to learn about them, even if you are not really keen to take on the exam. The second category is professional expertise. So if you're one of those educator who is passionate to take this journey forward, you want to make an impact in education beyond your classroom, then you can opt to go the path of being a trainer, a certified innovator, and also a certified coach. So these are three special programs, and you can learn more about them from the Google website, which I'm going to share in a moment. Coming back to looking at GCE level 2 a little closely, it's absolutely, the learning of it is absolutely free. You have an advanced training course in the Google website, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But the exam itself costs you $25. It's a little steep than the Google certified level 1, which is for $10. It is a 3-hour online exam continuously. You have to sit down and appear for it. In the last few year or so, there's been a major change. You have only multiple choice type questions. So we have 35 questions, same as in level 1. Here also 35 questions, which includes multiple choice where you can have more than one possible correct answer to select. You also have drag and drop. so you can rearrange them. There's also a sequencing. So again, if you know how to do something, then there are steps that you follow. You need to be familiar with these steps. And of course, there is a pass percentage of 80%. So you have to get 80, minimum 80% as a score to get this certification. Since it's only 35 questions, you have to be very, very careful. And wherever there is a multi-select question, we do not know how Google marks it. So if suppose they say maybe there are three correct and you only selected two, or two are the correct and the third selected is not wrong, we do not know if it is given a credit or not. So be very, very careful when you sit down to attempt those questions. Good news is that Google has also improved and updated the retake policy. So if you do not make it to the 80% cutoff, you can reappear for this exam in 3 days or after 7 days, and then the third try can be done after 14 days. Most of us will clear, if not in the first, maybe in the second try. But if you do not make it in these three tries, then you have to cool down for another 30 days, study again, and then you can appear. But please remember, every time you reappear, you have to pay the fees. That's again something for you to be aware of. This certification license is for 3 years. And after 3 years, you get a mail 2 months before the expiry that you are eligible to take a recertification, and you can go through this process. As far as the logistics of the exam are concerned, you just need to make sure that you are sitting on a device which has a webcam and then updated Chrome browser and also a good internet speed. These are the basics. But how do we study beyond this 3 days boot camp? There is an advanced training course which you have to do to earn this badge after you have cleared your exam. And for that, again, the path has changed a little. So you need to go to edu.google.com website. So if you go to edu.google.com website, this is how it looks. Look out for this little tab called For Educators. Under the For Educators, you will be able to come across two things: training courses and certification programs. So, training courses is where you will be able to find both the fundamental as well as the advanced training. So, this is where you can go to start training. If you're preparing for level 2, which is what we are talking about, you will have 11 units to study, and they're fun to do because they also bring along with it some review exercises. So you can attempt those multiple choice and see whether you are able to get them right or wrong, and nobody is counting those marks. So don't you worry, you can retake them and learn from those. And Google says it takes 15.1 hours. I'm not too sure of that. It's up to you. You can take and follow your own pace. Sign in when you are doing this course so that if you stop in between and come back again, you can continue from wherever you had stopped. And when you go back to what I was pointing out earlier as the certification programs, this is where you will be able to come to product expertise. And this is where you will register. Once you have finished the course and you have got the confidence to go and appear for this exam, then you're going to come to this page and you're going to come and register yourself to appear for this exam. And best of luck to all of you. I hope that these 3 days of learning are good fun for you. You're going to learn along with us, and we will learn along with you. Thank you so much for joining us, and do stay in and tune in for the next 2 days along with us. So back to you, Mukta and Panamam, to take this session forward.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable information. I hope now today the educators, those who have not thought of till now, will now definitely learn and will get back to you whenever they want it. Thank you, ma'am.
Anytime.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh,
And really, it was so well explained that how a person can go for these apps or for learning all these tools. So it was great listening to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye, ma'am.
So, as rightly said by Sangeeta ma'am, that yes, it is not necessary to go for level one, but if you want to really upgrade your skill or have the certification or become a Google trainer or an innovator, then it is like it is we can say a must program wherein you need to go for level one. And of course, without that, even if you go for level one and then go for level two, it would be a great helpful thing for you, because that will enhance much more knowledge about each and every tool for you, and you will get the hang of it. So, spending not more time on that, let's invite our first presenters. Mukta ma'am.
Yes, so now I invite KK Singh sir and Sonali Goswami ma'am to brief us about our first topic, that is Google Drive. Welcome, ma'am, and welcome, sir.
Good evening,
So,
ma'am.
good evening,
Hello,
sir.
hello, sir.
So, good
Yeah.
evening. Good evening, everyone. Today, I, Sonali Goswami, and KK Singh from GG Agra are going to share our knowledge about Google Drive. Thank you so much to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I'm elated to be here. I'm sure most of you will be knowing what exactly is a Google Drive. But let me reiterate what it is. Google Drive is a file, storage, and synchronization service developed by Google. Google Drive allows users to store files in the cloud, synchronize files across devices, and share files. It is available online and offline and can be accessed from anywhere from your PC and mobiles. Even having a simple @gmail.com account allows us to have up to 15 GB of storage, which is really helpful. Additionally, Google Drive is highly collaborative and allows us to share our data easily with our colleagues and students. This brings us to our next point in our presentation, that is organizing files and folders in Google Drive. As I mentioned earlier, Google Drive is like a cupboard. And as we were very well aware of, that often the cupboards gets disorganized and it becomes really difficult to find our clothes. Now, Google has already helped us in this regard by allowing us to arrange our data according to our convenience. Let me show you how to do so. Firstly, open a new tab for Google Chrome. Let me share my screen with you. Please tell me if it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, sir. So, firstly, open a new tab for Google Chrome, and you can access the Google Drive from two ways. One is by typing www.drive.google.com in the Omni box, and secondly by accessing it from the waffle, which is the 9 dotted square shaped figure at the right hand corner of the screen. Then click on the Google Drive at the left hand corner. We can see a menu with a lot of options written on them. All the newly created doc, sheets, slides, forms, and drawings are automatically saved in my drive. The shared with me includes file owned by someone else but shared with us. The recent drive includes file that you opened recently and need to work on again. Start folder contains bookmarked files with stars which help in finding them quickly at a later time. The bin contains files that you have deleted but are still remaining here till they are permanently removed. Now, moving on first, create a folder with the help of a plus icon, which is on the left, and click on the folder. Here, I will name this folder as class 10th F, as this is the class that I am currently teaching. Then I will double click this folder to open it. Again, click the plus icon to create a subfolder, and I will rename it as results. We can change is it clear, sir? We can change the color of the subfolder by a right click on it, clicking on change the color of our preference. I will change its color to red. I can share this with some of my colleagues who are also teaching 10th F and will have to compile the results. So I will right click on this folder and click on share. I'm now going to share this folder with KK sir. So I am entering the email ID of his. All the files in this folder will be accessible to the collaborators according to the share setting that I have enabled. I will again use the plus icon to create a file in this subfolder. I'm creating a sheets file here and renaming it as UT1 results. We can enter the required fields in this sheet, for example, admission number, serial number, name, subjects, and so on. Now, if you want to keep the access of this file only to ourselves, we need to again click on the share button and click on the person whom I want to remove access from. For example, if we want to move the subfolder results to the main section of my drive or to any other place, then we click on this folder and select move to. Then we can select any folder that we want to move this folder to. Thank you. That's all from my part. Now I will hand over the presentation to KK sir.
So good evening. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So as Sonali ma'am told how to create the folder and how to organize the folders in Google Drive. Now I am going to share some tips. Means if you are having files and folders in your Google Drive, how to share these files and folders with some people whom you want to share. Like if you want to share any document, like I have selected one document here. Say this is a document and I want to share it with the people. So I have two options here, either share or create the link. So there are a lot of options to share files and folders with people in Google Drive. Select a file or folder in the drive to be shared. So if you see, this is a file I wanted to share. So if I want to share this file to someone, I have to give the email ID here, and we have to select, because I am the owner and I can give this to anybody. So here general access is anyone with the link. By default this is viewer, and if you want to change it to or change it to commenter or editor, you can change or select one. And over here this is a gearbox where some settings are there. So in this window we see two options. Editors can change the permission and share. It means if uh, if you click this checkbox, then editor can change whom you share with, will be able to share permissions, and means it can give the right or permissions to share the document or the files. Similarly, whom you would say share this file or folder, viewers can commenters can see options to download, print and copy. So you will have to check mark. So I'll show you here in the drive. Oh, my drive is visible, Mukta ma'am?
Yes, sir. It's visible. Sir, it's visible.
Thank you ma'am. So if you want to share your document to someone, so click the document and click this icon share, and over here if I give any name like this, and if I want to give some message, notification message, I can type it here and view and comment. And since I have given the right of editor, and I can change also. If I want to make her viewer, then I can change the right, and if I want to make her the commenter, I can change the right, and then I can send to the recipient, or we can get the link. So here anyone with the link, it is restricted, or anyone with the link. So if you choose this option, and here if you choose the editor or commenter, accordingly it works. So if I am going to choose editor and copy the link, and if I want to share it on social media or WhatsApp, I can give it to the person. Right, ma'am? Next is one more thing. If you have the organizational account, then you must have you know the option to share to the domain or the group or the organization. So it is already restricted And if you click this arrow, so over here you'll find the domain or organization or anyone with the link. So if I select Army School, Army Public School Agra only, then only people from Army School Agra can open it and use it. Over here, share drive. Next point is share drive. If you are within the organization, you probably see an option of share drive. So suppose I have Google Workspace. So in my school, the account is Google Workspace or G Suite account. So over here in my drive, share drive exists. Share drive means if in the organization, if people want to share the document or anything or presentation or sheets, they can put or store that document in the shared drive. So all the people of the organization can make use of it. Like this is the shared drive, and this is the scene that this folder in shared drive. So members are one person in Krishna folder, my shared drive one person, new teachers one person, and shareable items 7 people. So this is a status. So if person creates a file or folder in my drive, it remains in my drive only. But if a person creates a file or folder in shared drive, it can be used by people of the organization. A shared drive is a place of an organization which provides easy access to the people of the organization. And for that, I have to use my organizational, you know, drive or account so that I can show you. Let me check if I can. So this is my domain ID or organization ID. And over here, if I show you the drive over here, you can see the shared drive. This is my shared drive where these folders are created. So these are the folders, and in these folders you can store your documents, and these documents or resources are available to anyone who are in the organization. So this is all about the drive, Google Drive. And for you, there's an exercise: create a folder, GG research, do a Google search about GG in India, download the article and upload the PDF in folder created, find and download and upload the image of GG in folder created, change your GG research folder, sharing settings of anyone with the link can view, and copy this shareable link and email to ggagra@gmail.com. So this is exercise for the viewers. So that's all from my side.
Thank you, KK sir. It was wonderfully explained, and I hope people will understand now if they have a domain, then how better they can use Google Drive to work with
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
organization.
Yeah,
So,
ma'am.
thank you very much, sir. And
Thank you,
now we
ma'am. Thank
will
you,
have,
Muktan.
yes. So, moving forward, we will have now to learn more about the other apps. Yet, so many apps to go. So, without wasting any time, we are going to learn the next topic, that is Google Doc. So, we all know that Doc is an important part for us all as educators, which is very useful for us in our day to day life as well. and being a teacher, it is of great help. So I'll not spend more time to talk about it, and I'll invite Ms. Payal ma'am and Dipti ma'am to share their expertise about Google Docs. Yes, ma'am. Mukta ma'am.
Yeah, welcome Payal ma'am and Deepti ma'am, and the stage is yours. Please take over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Hello
you, ma'am.
everyone.
So we'll be
Hello.
at the backstage.
Hello, Payal, ma'am. You are not visible. Your camera is off.
No, ma'am, we are able to see Payal ma'am.
Okay, okay, then no problem. Here I am sharing my screen. Okay, and I will go for the screen, and I would like to invite Payal, ma'am, to introduce
Hello
ourselves.
everyone.
Payal, ma'am,
Yes.
over to
Hello
you.
everyone. Myself Payal Rachalia. I am a co-leader of GG Ahmedabad and Google certified trainer. And with me, Dipti ma'am. Dipti ma'am, please introduce yourself.
I am Dipti Vyas. I am passionate educator, and I am science teacher for grade 10 and 9. I'm also co-leader of GG Ahmedabad and also Google certified trainer. Okay, now what is Google Doc? Will explain
Ma'am,
by
yes,
Payal ma'am.
please share your screen. We are here for explaining the Google Doc. So, Google Doc is an online word processor included as a part of the free web-based Google Docs editors sued by the offer Google Doc is accessible via internet browser as a web-based application and is also available as a mobile phone. That is, I think, best thing. It's also easily available on an Android phone or a iOS phone. Google Docs allows users to create and edit documents online while collaborating with other users in a real time. So now we are discussing here for the different skills of the Google Doc. Yes, go ahead, Dipti ma'am.
Okay, so today we are going to learn how to insert table in Google Doc or image, or how to crop or adjust image, how to create table of content, how to add hyperlink in particular Google Doc, insert mathematical equation using explore tool for topics, image and related research and citations, using Google Translate in Doc, alert your collaboration, tag to notify in comments, and how to use a Google Doc as a class syllabus, and how to use Google Doc as hyperdoc. So here I am going to particular this document. Now I if we all know how to go or how to access Google Doc, so go to the Google and click on Google account and click on your gap app gear and go to that particular document. So first we are going to learn how to insert
Sorry to
table in
interrupt you,
Doc.
Deepti ma'am. Sorry to
Yes,
interrupt you. Can you just make it a little bigger because we are getting the messages that the screen is not visible properly.
now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. How to insert table in document? Okay. So for that, this is my particular document and I named it GCE Level 2 Bootcamp. Now I want to insert table in this document. For that, I go with insert menu and click on particular table. Okay. And whatever dimension I want, I will select that much boxes and click. You will find that table is inserted. Okay, now this is done. Now how to insert image in document? Okay, so for that I again go to the insert menu and go to the image tool. You can upload an image from your computer, from web search, from drive, or photos, or by URL, or by camera. Okay, so I go to the upload from computer. Okay, now this is the image which I want to add in my document. So I just click on it and click on open. You will find image of mine is there. Okay, so by dragging this blue square dot, you will adjust the size of image. Okay. Yes, now image is inserted. You can drag it and you can paste it wherever you want. Okay, now how to crop this image? So just select this image and go to this crop image button, and you will find that black border of the corner and sides of the photo is popped up. Now drag this corner, this size, like this, and you will find your cropped image. Okay, now this task is also done. Now how to insert mathematical equation? For that, go to the insert menu and just scroll down up to the equation. Okay, and you will find that particular box in this area, and when you click insert equation, you will find uh, that particular Greek letters or miscellaneous operations or relations or math operations or arrows. So I want anything about Greek letter, I just type it down, sign. I want that theta. Okay, this will appear. Okay, now I want any equation, ax plus bx is equal plus c is equal to 0. You can also enter mathematical equation into Google Doc. So this 4 task is done. Now another task is how to create a table of content in your document. Okay, so I have this nitrogen cycle in my document, everything about nitrogen cycle up to reference videos and reference article. Okay, so I want to make table of content. For that, you have to do nothing, just click on this particular title and make sure that it is in uniform sequence. Now this is title and this is heading. Now I want to make table of content with page number of my document. Okay, so again select this particular title, insert menu, and down you will find table of content, and you will see this is the table of content menu with page number. So just click on it and you will find whole table of content up to your document. Now beauty of this table of content is, if I want to go direct to ammonification, particular step in nitrogen cycle, I just click on it and click on ammonification, and you will see here ammonification is ready to read. Okay, now hyperlink, add to hyperlink in particular my document. So I will go with the nitrogen cycle in marine ecosystem. Now I want to add image in particular this name. Okay, I don't want add any image in this system. I just want to add image as a link particular in this name. Okay, so I just select it and I will go for a Google search and find wonderful image of nitrogen cycle in marine ecosystem. I just copy this link, control C. I came back to my original document. This is all already selected, and click on this insert link, and I do control V and apply. Now what happened? Look, my image is hyperlinked with this name. Okay, so this task is also done. Hope you all understand about this. Now I am going to show you using explore tool of topics, image, and related research with citation. For that, you have to know about what is explore tool. So now in my screen there is a star button with explore name. I just click on it. Okay, and there is search box is open. Here I type Kedarnath. Sorry, Kedarnath Kedarnath, India. Okay, and enter. You will find Wikipedia is open about Kedarnath. Now I just select this text from here. Okay, Control C, and I will paste here Control V. Okay, now particular I for citation I just select that word Kedarnath. Okay, and I will go for a tool menu and click on citation. You will find the Kedarnath Wikipedia. Okay, and all the citation is here. Now you can see here, insert the work cited. Okay, so I click here and you will see all citation is here. Okay, with the mail web address. So this is can be done also with the image also. Now using Google Translate in Doc. Okay, now I want these thing translated in my language, that is Hindi. So I just click on this particular text and go to tool, and I will go with translate document. When I click on it, they will ask choose the language. So I will go and click Hindi. And when I click on translate, new document open with the translated text. Okay, look at this. भारत में उत्तराखंड राज्य में रुद्रप्रयाग जिले का एक शहर है XYZ. So this is also done. Now alert your collaborator. If I want to share this document with my co-teacher, so for that I click on this share button and I click on file teacher's name and I gave her editor rights. And when I click done, this document will be sent to file teacher, and I gave her editor rights. They can make any changes into the document. Now I want to tag and notify in this comment. Suppose file teacher sent me a particular document, and that document is this, and I want this particular name to particular name I want highlight by file teacher. So for that what I have to do is select particular name, and you will find that is add comment box of the right side of the document. I click on it. Here I tag and notify file teacher @file.gcindia.com. Okay, and now I comment it, please highlight these text. Okay, I will assign it and assign. Now file teacher received that notification in her mail. Okay, so मैंने टैग भी कर दिया, मैंने नोटिफाई भी कर दिया. So this task is also done. Now another task, how to use Google Doc as a hyperdoc. Now what is hyperdoc? Hyperdoc is a Google document that replaces the worksheet method of delivering instruction, adding innovation and inquiry based learning method. It is full of instruction, link, graphics, organizer and any other tool needed for a student to complete a task. It can be used in class with a balanced flow between teacher directed instruction or discussion or as a flipped work. It is collaborative, easy to use for individual and planner, partner or group work. Now, how to create a hyperdoc? Okay, so I just make it hyperlink because we have time limit, so I can't show you manually. So you can make hyperdoc with identifying object, create a cycle of learning and packaging, and package the learning, and then decide upon a work for engagement. So you can can make hyperdoc with these following these steps. Now, example of hyperdoc. I made this hyperdoc with using ready-made template. Okay, animal habitat of class 1. What is habitat? Just click on particular link and you will find the all habitat of different animals. Okay, with video. This is video. Okay, now learn more about having these, the image of animal with its habitat. Okay, now working more, you can insert hyperlink of geographic animal page, animal and their habitat, and also the truth about habitats. And this is the assignment work for students. Okay, 3 things you discovered, interesting facts for detail, 1 question you still have. You can ask your student with this document by sharing with your student. So for that, just click on share and add your student's email ID in that, give editor rights and just send to your student. Okay, so now how to use Google Doc as a class syllabus. Okay, so this is also a document and ready-made template. Again, this is ready-made course of syllabus. You will find, okay, instructor information, course description. You can make this type of course of syllabus with for you, and you will share these to your students also. So this is all about my
I think Dipti ma'am,
explanation.
there is a one question. There is a one question from the Seema Malik that how to insert the hyperlink. Can you show them how to insert the
We
hyperlink?
have time, ma'am, we have time.
Yes, yes, just a few seconds.
Okay, okay,
Hyperlink
okay,
link कैसे
okay, okay,
insert करते?
I will, I'm going. Okay, so I remove this link. Okay, now Seema ma'am, just watch carefully. I select this particular name. Okay, and from web page I select this image. Just I click here that image ID. I click Control C. I will go to that particular nitrogen cycle in marine ecosystem. Then I will click on insert link and I will paste it in this box and apply. Now hyperlink is added in this particular name. When you click on that web address popped up, click on that web address and your image will be shown. Okay,
Very good, excellent explanation, Dipti ma'am. I think that time is running. So
yes,
over to you, Mukta ma'am.
Thank you, Dipti ma'am and Payal ma'am, and wonderful explanation. And
thank you
thank you
ma'am,
for
thank you
taking up
very
the
much.
questions also. Thank you for taking up the questions also. I was about to say that. Thank you.
Yeah,
So now,
yeah,
next we have Mr. Abhijit and Miss Seema for Google Sheets. So
yes.
let's go ahead for Google Sheet. Abhijit sir and Seema ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, Payal.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Welcome, sir.
Yeah,
Good
good
evening,
evening.
Seema ma'am
Good
and
evening.
Abhijit sir.
Good evening,
And
ma'am.
please
All
take
the best,
over
sir and
after.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Okay,
so
Palma
sir.
and
much.
Dipti, ma'am.
Okay.
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 So about on to you, sir, for Google Sheets.
Yes.
Ma'am, you first.
I would
See you,
like to
ma'am.
introduce myself. This is Seema Junnare, GEG co-leader of Nashik. I work as an HOD for computer department from Delhi Public School, Nashik. Okay. Over to you,
Uh,
Abhijit, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. This is Abhijit Mukherjee. I represent GEG Darjeeling. I'm a co-leader of GEG Darjeeling, and I am a headmaster at a government school in West Bengal, and I am a level 2 certified educator. And Sima
Okay.
ma'am, today's session is
Yeah.
about Google Sheets. Why don't you introduce to our viewers the your part?
Yes,
That
sir.
is, please.
Is my screen visible, teachers?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Yeah.
It might be taking some time.
No, it will be. Tamam, is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Now it's visible.
It's
Go
Yes.
ahead.
visible now.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Once again, good evening and Jai Hind. When we talk about Google Sheet, it's like you have something called functions. You can arrange, you can sort and filter the data. You have something called charts. So today, what we are going to learn is about functions. Now, functions play a very, very important role in Google Sheet. You have different type of functions, and then you can sort the data, you can filter the data. Here is the demo, like what I have taken up the data is you have this particular sheet, and for Google level 2 you have functions like sum, average, count and unique. Let us just use first start with the sum function. Whenever you have a formula, you're always starting with equal to sign. Equal to sign is used for the formulas. When I want, like, this is also for the function. When I want a sum function, I'm just using equal to and then give sum. You can see over here, automatically it takes up the data and then just press enter. After pressing enter, it gives you, that is the sum function. That is, it's very easy. Just you need to drag it and it will give you. Sum is nothing but you need the total and then it gives you. Now the next function, what you have is average. Once you click over here, the average function is automatically, and just accept the suggestion and then fine, it gives up and then drag it down, what we call it just accessing the data and then dragging it down. Now the next one is very, very important. That is, if I change, suppose half yearly exam, you can see over here you have 60, but suppose I'm making it 50. Automatically, this is reflected. This is called as, that is, we call it as relative referencing in Google Sheet. Let us go to the next function, that is count. When I use the function called count and then use the parameter, I call it as opening bracket. And then just take this much of the data because I don't want sum and average, this particular cells to be taken, and close the parameter or close the function. Once you close over here, you are getting 4 because I had taken only pre-midterm, half yearly, post and annual exam. When I just drag it down, okay, fine, it's giving you all everything as 4. For example, suppose, just be careful, be mindful over here. I'm making it as 0. Still, it is showing you 4. But if I delete the data, if I just delete the data, you can see over here, you are getting it as 3. That is the difference. Like when the cell is empty, you all know that we call this as a cell, which is a combination of a row and a column. So it gives you 3. But suppose if I am adding the data back, it's automatically reflected, that is 4. Now this function is really important. That is when I give equal to, and then when I use this particular function called unique. That is, it shows you unique rows in the provided source range. Now here, what am I going to do? I am going to take, you can just see I'm selecting a column. This time I'm not selecting a row. I am selecting the column and just press enter over here. You can see here, even though 100 is displayed like 1, 2 times, but it will show you only once. Even the same thing with 89. 89 can be n number of times, but it will give you, that is, only once it is repeated. That is why this function, you call it as unique. So we had learned in this particular sheet, that is sum, average, count and unique. Now let us go to the next one, that is sort and filter. Sort is nothing but arranging the data in ascending or descending order. Either you can sort the entire sheet or you can sort the particular column also. For sorting, what I do is I'm just selecting the data over here. Then you have an option that is data you can go, or you can use your toolbar also for arranging the that is in ascending or descending order. Let us just go to data. You can see over here two options. Either you can sort the sheet. When you click on sort the sheet, it will give you by column A to Z, or Z to A, that is ascending or descending order. Let us sort a range. Now, in sort range, I am not interested. Everybody knows about sort range by A and Z to A, ascending and descending. Let us just use this option, that is advanced range sorting option. Now, we need to be very careful over here because my sheet, my data has got header row. When I click onto this checkbox, automatically you can see sort by which column you want to sort. Either you want to sort by name, you want to sort by type of food, or healthy or junk food. If I say sort by name, if I select, but this time I don't want in ascending order, I want in descending order. So what I do is Z to A and click on sort. Automatically, you can see here the data is sorted by according to the name which was in descending order. Let us take the next example, that is filter. We all know it. Filter is nothing but when you want, you have 1,000 records, but out of those 1,000 records, I want only few records. Let us take this example. I have this, that is, I'm selecting this particular data for filtering. Now, when I want filter, I can use either go to data and create a filter, I can do it. But the easiest option you can see over here, the shape is recognized by filter, and just go over here and then say, now, if I click over here, automatically you can see over here first name, class quiz, p midterm. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो, you are getting the 3 dots over here. What I want is in filter. Now, in filter can be done by color, filter can be done by condition, filter can be done by values. Let us go filter by condition. When I click on filter by condition, over here in none, what you do is, I'm just giving you an example. Let us just see what are the different options over here. Is empty, is not empty. It can go for text. It can go for text does not contain. Text starts with, text ends with. It can be anything. Now, if I give text starts with, and over here, I just type R. When I type R and just click on OK. Now here in the first name, again, I go to filter by condition. Then you just say text contains and give here in the value, that is, first I will just unclick it. I'm sorry, I'll just unclick it. Okay. Select the data. After selecting the data, go to filter option, just put it over here, say take this, go to filter by condition. Over here, you can just say text starts with. Give the value or formula. आपको यहाँ पर देना है. If you want to give by A, and then click on OK. You can see over here, educators, that the records which are starting with A has been displayed. If you don't want this, you can, only one example I'll show you for the numeric also. Over here, again, select the data. This is the first thing what we need to do over here, and then click onto this. Now here, if I want total, again, I click on filter by condition. After going filter by condition, here it's not text. Now this time it is a numeric. What I will do is greater than equal to, go to value or formula and just give here greater than equal to 250 and scroll down and click on OK. You can see the output which I have got is all above, that is greater than 250. The next one is filter and conditional formatting. We have already done about filter. We have already covered up over here. Let us do conditional formatting. We all know that it is formatting is nothing but changing the appearance of it. When I want, I select this particular data. Now, Go to format. When it is formatting, go to format, take conditional formatting. You can say add another rule. Here is the range which you have to select it. If you have to add more rows, you can just select over here. Now, I want to format the rule. But what do I want it? That is, suppose if I take over here text contains and टेक्स्ट कंटेन्स के बाद आपको अगर लेना है यहाँ पर आप सिर्फ लिखिए सोडा. You can see in that soda is available. You say, ma'am, please change the color. You can go to fill color, give over here blue, and you can see that is the soda is selected over here, which is in blue color. That was about filter, that is conditional formatting. If you want to say add another rule, just for a minute, add another rule, यहाँ पर हम लोग देंगे, that is text ends with, yeah, you can give any other condition. If you give over here S, just type over here S. And then after S, you can see over here, automatically it is coming there. But here I want to change the color. I want to make it as red. Close, that is, when you are giving S, you can see your soda is in blue color. That was the another rule. But here, that is the condition formatting is wherever it is ending with S, you are getting over here, that is the different conditions over here. Just click on done. That was about filter and conditional formatting. Let us go to the next one, that is charts. Now, what is usually chart? Chart is nothing but representing the data in a graphical form. I call it as a chart. In level 2, you have Sparkline chart, you have radar chart, and you have in Sparkline only, you have another chart. Now just see here, we have radar chart, and then Abhijit sir will continue with function. Let us learn about Sparkline chart. Now, if I want the chart to represent only in a particular cell, Sparkline chart, I call it as a miniature chart. That is only within a cell. When I want a chart, I call that as a Sparkline chart. A Sparkline chart, as we have learned, that the formulae or the functions start with equal to sign. When I want over here Sparkline, automatically you don't have to learn, educators. You don't have to learn the function. Just give over here Sparkline. And after giving Sparkline, select the data and click over here and just press enter. You can see the chart is represented. Just see the marks 80, 96, 90, and 99. So the chart is represented. Suppose if I change the data a bit, instead of 99, if I make 78, just see automatically the chart shows you that it is coming down. Why? Because the data is changed. That is nothing but a Sparkline chart. I call it as a miniature chart. You can just scroll down and you can show. This is very, very useful when your principal or your HOD or your coordinators ask you to represent the data. You can just use Sparkline chart. Now the same type in this, it was in the form of a line. The next one, what you have is a bar Sparkline. Here also for bar Sparkline, what I am doing is I'm using Sparkline only. But here, take the data. I am taking the data. After taking the data, just give comma, separate it with a comma. That was nothing but a range. After that, give the curly braces, put in double quotes. This time, what I want is, that is, I want the chart type, but it is in what form? I want a bar chart. When I click over here, remember that you are closing it with the curly braces because you have opened it, the chart type as bar. So you have to close it with the bar chart, that is curly braces, and then close this. Just put enter. You can see over here, the bar Sparkline is also there. Just just drag it over here. The same thing here, instead of 69, if I'm making it as 89, automatically you can see the range is different. That is about a Sparkline chart. The next chart, what you have is a radar chart. Now, what is a radar chart? This is the data what I have taken. Now, what I do over here is I am selecting the data. Now, when I want, I just close over here. You can have the radar chart with the help of just go to insert, go to chart, and then you can see over here the chart is represented. But I don't want this chart. What I want over here is you have got by default, it always shows you the column chart. But we are not interested in the column chart. We are interested, just you have to go to scroll down, go to other option, and then over here you have something called as radar chart. Select over here. Automatically it shows you the radar chart. It can be in a different one. Go to this snowman. In this snowman, you can edit the chart. You can delete the chart. You want to download the chart as a PDF. If you want to represent the data in a PDF format, you can do it. You want to publish a chart, you can do. You have to copy a chart. When I say copy a chart, you can put it. Now, select this, go to snowman again, move to own sheet. When I click on to move sheet, you can see here, this particular radar chart has gone to another chart. That is, your data is over here, but the chart is being moved to another chart because I've selected that. So that is about the radar chart. Now, the last chart which we have is a bubble chart or a timeline chart. Just select the data. After that, again, once again, what you can do over here is this is go to insert, go to chart, and after chart, again, what you do is, I don't want, by default, it shows you. As I told you previously, just scroll down in others and you have over here the bubble chart. So that was about the chart, how to edit the chart. We have learned in in Google Sheet, we have learned what are the different types of function. As I told you, it was count and unique. The next one we have done with sorting and filtering also. We have done it. If I don't want filter, just click it off and automatically the filter option gets switched off. Then you have filter and conditional formatting. We have learned this also. As I said, formatting is nothing but changing the appearance of it. Then we learned about sparkline chart, that is called as a miniature chart what you have. In sparkline, you have bar sparkline. We learned about radar chart. We learned about that is the bubble chart also. Now, I request Abhijit sir to take over and explain us about summit and countif and then the pivot table. Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Over
ma'am.
to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Let me share my screen with you.
Yes, Abhijit sir, please continue.
Yes, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Functions. Is the screen
Yes, sir.
visible, ma'am? Okay.
No, no, please. If you want me to just share the screen, I will share. You can explain, sir.
Uh,
Can I go ahead?
let me check, ma'am. Let me check.
Yes, sir. Please continue. Please share the screen, sir. Sir, should I share the screen? Will not waste time. You can just go ahead and explain, please.
My
Can
my
I?
screen is not visible yet. My screen
No,
is not
no,
visible yet, ma'am. No.
no, sir.
Uh,
Sir, I think I'll share the screen.
okay, please, ma'am. If you can just share the
Yeah,
screen.
please, please. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Is my screen visible, ma'am? Now.
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, if you don't mind, I'll share the screen. Will not waste
Please,
much
please, ma'am.
time.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm stopping. I'm not. I'm stopping my share. This share
Yeah,
screen.
please. Go ahead,
Can you
sir.
please share the screen?
Yeah. Is my screen visible, Muktamal? So please go ahead.
Not right now, ma'am.
No, no,
Screen
no,
is
no. The screen is not visible.
1 minute.
Yeah, I think it is no. No.
now, ma'am. Click on the tab. Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Seema, ma'am, please.
Okay. Thank you, Sima ma'am. Thank you, Sima. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh, Sima ma'am, your screen is not visible yet.
1 minute, sir. Yeah. Is it okay now?
No,
Yeah, I think yes. Now, yes.
No,
no, I'm not.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. It is not visible.
Seema, ma'am, I have shared. Now you can just click on the tab of your sheet one. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, okay. Welcome, viewers. In this part of mine, dealing with Google Sheets, which Sima ma'am has so far very nicely explained to you all the dynamism of Google Sheet and working with the data. In this part, I'll be doing with you SUMIF and COUNTIF. In COUNTIF, what we have do is that we have a set of data. You see that the data in column A, part number under part number 123, 240, etc., 230. These are numerical data. There are quite a few numerical data. Now, if you want to count how many 123s are there or how many 127s are there, we have to use this COUNTIF function. Whatever we have to do is that we have to select any blank. Ma'am, can you please select a blank cell for me? Can you under COUNTIF select a blank? Thank you, ma'am. Equal to, you have to put in equal to. You have to put in equal to COUNTIF, the function COUNTIF, open COUNTIF, the open first bracket, and select the range. That is the data from which I wish to put on the function. We have to select the range, a comma, and then under in open inverted commas, and we have to put in the value, say 330, 345, 345, ma'am, and close the brackets. Close the bracket, please. And on putting enter, you see 345 has been repeated twice. Similarly, we can do for any number, any numerical data that is appearing in any column to find out the exact number of repetition for that particular numeric data. This is COUNTIF. We will be asked in our level 2 examinations, we will be provided with a data set and we will asked to use this function to count a repetition of a particular numerical data. Next is, ma'am, next is SUMIF. If you can just go to SUMIF. SUMIF, you can see in this data set, we have a few heads and the amounts that have been spent on under those heads. For example, if you select, ma'am, 15 and the gadgets and the SUMIF, if you select 15, the SUMIF, if you can just select 15, yes, that is the formula for, this is a formula for SUMIF. Nothing, it is nothing but SUMIF. We have to write equal to SUMIF. Ma'am, if you can please please select a empty cell for me. Thank you. Equal to SUMIF. Equal to SUMIF. Open the bracket. Open the bracket. You have to select the range again under expenses. Select the range under expenses. Okay. Comma. Comma, you have to put a comma, open inverted, under inverted commas, then you have to say, suppose I write taxi. I want to know my expenditure on the taxi, TAXI. Ma'am, I think we should be required to repeat the exact spelling for the and that is mentioned there. Any variation in spelling will give me wrong result, right? And after closing the inverted comma, if I put another comma and select the data set under the today column, that is the data set under column F. That means it will be selecting the expenses and the taxi from that data set. Close the inverted commas and the bracket, man, and after I put enter, you will see that I'll be getting 20, that expenses under taxi. This is sum if. And we can also use multiple. Ma'am, if we can just go to 75, that under sum if 75. See, this is a
Yeah.
formula where we can select multiple values. And if we can just enlarge, ma'am, a bit more, and select 75, and this number, you have to use a plus sign and add multiple number of times the same formula. For this, we can use as many as values that we need, and the desired result will be on our screen in the in the desired field of a cell, right, ma'am? Next, if we can just
Yes.
go to the pivot table data, ma'am, we'll be doing pivot table now. Now, pivot table is a very interesting tool. It is a very interesting tool, and under with this tool, with this function, pivot table is a function rather under Google Sheets, is a very interesting function with which we can easily we can analyze a large data set in small parts. For example, in this data set, we have a few dates, names of cities, and the names of the various vaccines that has been that is administered into cities, and the total number of people on which those vaccines have been administered. Now, this is a huge data set. For example, so if we wish to just study a part of this data set, we will be using this function of pivot table. Ma'am, if you can just select the whole table for me, just if you can just select the whole table for me, ma'am. Yeah, just select the whole table. Select, you can just okay, one more row, ma'am, one more row,
It's
perhaps.
selected,
Just
sir. It's selected.
yes,
Yeah, everything is
selected.
selected. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Just go to insert. We'll be inserting a pivot table. Just go to insert. Go to insert pivot table. See, just below the chart is a pivot table, and we'll be taking on a new sheet, and go to new sheet and create. Not existing. Go to new sheet, ma'am, and create. Now this is a blank pivot table sheet. We have to select rows, columns, values, and filters, and see everything that was in our previous sheet is now mentioned under search option. Okay, this is for our reference. Everything that was mentioned that was in our original sheet is under the search button, but we'll be selecting the rows button. If you just press the add button, ma'am, and take suppose city, name of the city. Okay, so these are the names of the cities that was in that data set. And go to values, ma'am. Go to values, ma'am. Values. Okay, just just select Covishield there. Just select Covishield. Okay, so that from that data set, I have segregated this data only using pivot table. This data shows me the names of the cities and those people, the total number of people from those cities who have got that Covishield vaccination on any particular day. On any particular day, all 5,971 people have been administered a vaccination, and from those two cities. Ma'am, if you can just go to filters, ma'am. If you can just go to
We
filter,
have
ma'am.
educators, just a kind like just notice it here. What I have taken over here,
Oh,
what
there
sir
is
has
some.
asked
Ma'am,
me,
I'll be
this
coming
sum.
that too. I'll be coming that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a sum that has been taken. Okay, and also, if you can just go to default, under default, ma'am. Let me show you one other thing. Just go to that values, under values, go to this default and see percentage of grand total. Select this one, percentage of grand total. Just what very interesting. See, the grand total comes to 100, and this is a city wise distribution, percentage distribution, that the total Covishield vaccinations have been distributed in these cities as this percentage. And if you can just select this data set and insert a pie table, a very nice picture will come. Ma'am, can you just go do that for me? Just select from Ahmednagar till Pune, those two columns only. I'll be coming to filters after this. Just select for not the city. Don't select the city from Ahmednagar till, do not select the grand total. leave the select columns seat rows 2 to 11 and column A and B. 2 to 11 columns A and B. Just insert, go to insert once more, ma'am, for me. Okay, and chart. Just select a chart. And just if you can just go to from for column chart, go to that pie chart from column on the right hand side of us. For column, go to pie chart. Yes, the pie chart, ma'am. Pie chart just was just beside the pie one. Yeah. See, this is the percentage wise distribution. I see it's a marvelous rainbow colored chart. Okay, you can go back to our just you can just delete this, ma'am, for me, or remove this. If you can just remove this and go back to my pivot table. Yes. Now next the filters. See, filters. If you can go to filter, ma'am, add filter. Now if you select the name of the city, because these are the names of the cities that I have taken, right? So I can only select, see, they're showing name, all the name of the cities. Just you can now clear the selection. And ma'am, if you could just select the following cities for me, say Nasik, your hometown, ma'am, Nasik, Pune, Jalgaon, these three cities, ma'am. Okay, just Jalgaon. Thank you, ma'am, and select OK. I have added filters, and see, that pivot table is further reduced into a more specific data set. This is the magic of pivot table. It will help you to break down a large data set into small data sets, into small presents tables, which we can use, or we can demonstrate for demonstration, for sharing, etc. And one thing, ma'am, we have to complete before we wind up our session, this session of ours, that is we have to import. We have to import a chart, import a Excel, Google sheet. If you can just go to select a blank plus sign, select a blank sheet, ma'am, for me. Select a blank sheet for me. Thank you. Go to filter, go to file. Now under the file, you see number three from the top. Import, number 3 from the top. Import. Now go to recent, ma'am. I think we'll be getting some recent and recent. No documents shared with me. Upload. Do you have any shared? Nothing. My drive. You
No,
don't have any
this
Excel
this
sheet here, I
drive
think.
doesn't have. This drive doesn't have,
Okay,
but you
okay.
can just, yeah.
Had there been any Excel sheets in your drive, you have to just select that Excel sheet and select the option replace the current sheet. You have to select the option replace current sheet. See, immediately the data from that original, that sheet that have been that you have selected would come to this new data, new Google sheet that has been opened or created by you. This is how we import data from one file of the drive to another Excel file.
That's
Thank you,
all,
Seema
sir.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Seema
all.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all for
Thank you
level 2, ma'am.
so much. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you,
Thank you
educators.
so
Thank you,
much.
Mukta ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, Seema ma'am and Abhijit sir. It was a wonderful explanation, and we are getting very good comments. And Abhijit sir, Seema ma'am, the viewers are requesting to share these sheets, Excel sheets or Google sheets with
Sure.
them. So whenever we are
Sure,
sharing the
Sure.
sure, sure, sure.
resources,
Sure,
kindly
sure,
share.
sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure,
Thanks a
sure.
lot.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks.
Mukta
Thanks
ma'am.
a
Thank you.
lot.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye
Thank
Mukta
bye.
you.
ma'am.
Thank you, educators, for lovely comments. Definitely. Thank you, sir.
So now, coming up to the next participants, we have Miss Panna, sorry, I'm so sorry, Miss Meena Baga and Miss Nirupama. So for getting us update about Google Forms. So I welcome them on stage, Miss Meena ma'am and
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am.
Nirupama. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. And welcome to GG Ghaziabad Surat session, bootcamp session. And please go ahead with your Google Forms.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, hello, Meena ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Meena Bagga, co-leader GEG Delhi West, and I am a Google certified trainer. Yes, Nirupma ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, everyone. Uh, yeah. So again, welcome you all for our specific portion. And my name is Nirupama Mahapatra Das. I am co-leader of GG Darjeeling. Means I am representing GG Darjeeling, and also I am a Google certified trainer. And both of us are PGT Mathematics. So, yeah. So, ma'am, are you good to go?
Yes, ma'am. You please start. Share your screen, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Just let me. Just
Is there any issue, ma'am? Should I share?
no. I'm sharing. Yeah, is it visible?
Not right now.
Yeah, is it?
Not right now, ma'am.
What happened? Stream.
Now it is going on. Yes, ma'am. It is shared now.
Yeah, so we already have introduced ourselves. Yeah, so we are here to start with, Google Forms, and specific focus is on level 2 syllabus, and there may be a bit recap on level 1. I'm not going to read out in details because of time constraint. Yeah, so the Google Forms, that is one of the powerful tools, and specific. It is not only helpful for educators but administrators, business, marketing professionals, students, and as all of us already aware of the use of versatility of Google Forms, how to conduct surveys and taking various quizzes, questions, and collecting information, feedbacks, etc. Yeah, so I think we should go for live demo now. Yeah, ma'am. So
Yes, ma'am.
I should
Please
start
go ahead.
live demo. Okay, let me just yeah. So to start with, how to create Google Forms. Yeah, though all of you already, most of you might be knowing this. Yeah, so I'm going to drive here, and from drive, yeah. So one of the, processes like forms.google.com, in the Omni box we can type and we can get it to this. Otherwise, we can go to this app launcher, and from here we can get Google Forms. Third way is from the drive itself we can do that. Click new and Google Forms. Here tiny arrow, so then blank form. Okay, so we are getting untitled form. So suppose I write here general knowledge quiz. Okay, so here you can see we can make it different also. Yeah, so description, that whatever we can write in our own way. I'm not going to that. To add any question, this plus sign. Okay, so maybe I can write start with name here. Okay, then okay, plus. So yeah, so as you already are, covering level 1, Yeah, so here we can have lots of options. I can see this multiple choice. When you click a tiny arrow, we have various types of questions we can include in Google Forms. Short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down, file upload, etc. Okay, so now I will be starting with file upload and images. So short answer already you are aware of. Like for example, here I have written name and automatically Google gives me the option short answer text. Okay, so if I write here, suppose for example, I write here what is the uh, yeah which one is Indian flag. Just putting it which just one is Indian flag. Just let me take it from here. I already have written some questions. Okay. Yeah, so here if I just take it. Okay, so I have written here, you see the multiple choice. Obviously, I want to make it multiple choice question and I want to add images on it so that, yeah. So now option one, here you can see this option, image and upload camera by URL, photos, Google Drive, Google image search. So we have these many options are there. So if we click upload, then we can upload any image. I mean that is already in our device, or we can go for these options. But I just want to go for Google image search. So maybe I can write here some flags. Just okay, if I just and here I can take this one, insert, then I can go to next option. So like this now I can give 4 options. Okay, again I go for Google image search. Okay, okay, so this is how we can add 4 options, various options we can give. So I just wanted to show here how to I mean insert image as an answer. Okay, so out of this I have given 2 options. Likewise we can add more images also, right? So like I can show here one. Okay, like this 4 images. Okay, so one of the options we can select. Similarly, any sort of questions like this, now who is the mathematician? Suppose, for example, Aryabhatta, we can insert images and we can ask us questions to our students. Okay, next type of question. So, like as already we are aware of from level 1, how to add multiple choice. This is one of the options. Check boxes, drop down. Ma'am, should I go for all these things? Yeah, straight I want to go to file upload. Meena ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Please go for file upload.
Okay, so
We are
because all
supposing
these
everyone
things.
knows these type of questions. Yes,
Okay,
we are
so
looking
okay,
back
so
to the
like your next, how to upload file, because for various instances, like for example, we are collecting information from the students. They want to upload any project, or they want to upload their photograph, or we want to collect any certificate, Aadhaar card, etc. So for such purposes, now when we collect informations or when we are asking them to upload their project, so we want such types of options to be included. Okay, so by the time you click file upload, you can see the yeah, the message files will be uploaded to the form owners Google Drive. Respondents will be required to sign into Google when file upload questions are added to a form. make sure to only share this form with people you trust. So with this, so let me continue. So the moment you continue, you can see here, allow only specific types of files. Suppose I write here, upload your project. A project or classwork or any sort of things you can just do. And here you see, allow only specific files types. Okay, and at the moment you click it, you are getting document, spreadsheet, PDF. Suppose I write here PDF, or maybe drawing or image, video, whatever I want my students to upload, I can give them choice. Maximum number of files. You can see here 1, 5, 10. Obviously, I just want to click one because I do not want to, overload my, drive, because it has to be stored in the drive only. Maximum file size, you can see here 10 MB, 1 MB like this, and let me just give it 10 MB. Okay, then here, okay, so then how to upload, just let me go to preview button here. This is preview button, and uploading file, I just want to show you. At the moment I see here, upload file. Okay, upload your project, add file. So again I'm getting these options. Okay, my drive or upload, and if I go to upload, it will take me to my drive, and I can show you here how to upload it. Maybe I want to just take one classwork just. So this is how your students can upload their class notes, or any subjective question also that can be done. Is it clear? Yeah, so let me go back. Okay, so this is the way we can upload files, and also we can add uh, that image sort of things. Okay, next thing I just want to show, this going to, yeah, so whenever we are collecting responses from the students, how they should send the response. Okay, here you can see questions, response, and settings. If I go to response, here I'm getting, I can go to settings also. Yeah, so response, you can see here, three dots, select response destination. uh, yeah, so if I select this one, create new spreadsheet, create. Okay, spreadsheet linked. Otherwise I can just click here also, and from here I can show you here also. Okay, so you can collect the response here. Okay. Okay, now here going back to settings. Okay, so make this a quiz. Responses we can go from here also. Okay, making this quiz, when we make this quiz, then immediately after each submission or later after manual review. Okay, again that depends upon you, what type of questions, what type of responses you are giving to your audience. Okay, missed questions, again as per your requirement you can take these choices. Okay, then here another thing, presentation. Okay, this tiny arrow. Okay, you can see here, show progress bar, shuffle question order. Okay, so these things again as per your requirement you can give the choice. Confirmation message that I want to show you here, you can see edit. Okay, suppose I write here, thanks for your response. Okay, then I can save it. Okay. Okay, so next thing, just I'll go to preview and show it later. Okay, show link to submit another response. Again, you can check or uncheck it. Yeah, if you want what type of feedback form, or you are giving any question to your students. View result summary. So yeah. Similarly, yeah, defaults. Here you can see form defaults. Collect email addresses by default. If I click this, you can see one. I mean, automatically it will be added here. Okay, just going back. Okay, so your question default again here, make the questions required by default. I have not done it here. I can done it. I can do it from here, or otherwise I can do it manually also. But if I just click here, not check here, all the questions will be mandatory. It means after answering question number one, only you can go to question number two and so on. I think you are aware of this. I don't want to take the time here. Okay, again here restriction, disable autosave to all respondents, yes or no. Again you see here, cannot disable when there are file upload questions. So here it is, yeah. So autosave options, here the restriction is in this case, because we have file upload option, we cannot disable, yeah, sorry, so cannot disable when there are file upload questions. So without, I mean, if file upload questions will not be there, then this option will work. Okay, then okay, so okay, now you can see three dots. These three dots here, make a copy, move to trash, or print. All these options are there, and script editor and add collaborator. And whenever we are working in collaboration, which is the most beautiful feature of all the Google tools, so we can add collaborator from here. We can add. I mean, we can just write the mail, or we can anyone with the link. Okay, so that depends upon yeah, add people and groups. Okay, we can go, you can see the gear button here. Yeah, editors can change permission, viewers, so I think this you know already. I'm not going to this. So another option in setting here also we can go for missing. Okay, okay, so anyway, so here you can just see, and we can add collaborator here. And also I think we don't have to go to this script editor. No, so only collaborator I want to. So okay, how to share this I mean, sending the form to others. I'm just going back. Okay, the send button is here. When you click the send button, you can see here, either by email, or you can create the link from here. Okay, certain the link and copy, and you can share with your students or wherever you want to share. Okay, and also like, yeah, here also adding the editor, it means from these three dots you can add collaborator or editor, and you can add editor from here also. This is the new feature added recently. Yeah, anyone with the link or this editor or whatever you want to share. Okay, done. Okay, I think my time is off. Okay, yeah, ma'am. So anything else, ma'am? I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
next.
I am going to share now.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
then section based you will be sharing. Okay, over to Mina ma'am. And I'm just sharing my screen. Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
Mukta ma'am, is there some? Yes. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, now we are going to discuss how to create sections and use section for our purpose. You can see I have just created a form for this purpose. I have created a test for class 6. You can see I have just asked some main points from the students, and after that I am adding questions. In questions, I just want, there are 5 questions in all and 2 have internal choices. I want to give internal choices to students in 2 questions. What I will do, first question I have just created multiple choice normal question. Second, I have created a normal question. Third, I have created a normal question. In fourth and fifth, I want to give choice to the students. You can see, I am asking student, choose the question you want to attempt. They can either want to attempt A or B. If I go likewise, after that they will observe this fourth A, options of this fourth question and option of this fourth B part here. But if I go likewise, student have to attempt each and every one. There is no choice right now. What I have to do, after giving my choices, I have to create a section for each type of answer. How I will create a section? Just clicking on this question, you can see the blue line here. That means this question is selected. I am choosing this section part. Now one section is created before containing options of fourth A answer. I am just saying options of fourth A answer. After that, for giving options for fourth B question, I also want to create another section. I'm coming to this question. After that, I want to create a section. I have created section for options of fourth B questions. I have created options for both the questions. Now I will come back to my questions. Right now you can see it is multiple choice simple question. To go to answer based on their choice. How will they go? How will I change this? I will just go on to this 3 dots. Just click on this 3 dots. You can see description, go to section based on answer and shuffle option order. Right now, I'm just choosing go to section based on answer. Just click on this. You can see the change here. Continue to next section. I have to change it. I don't want to continue to next section. I want for A, they will go to answer option of fourth A. That means this one. I have labeled this likewise so that I can easily choose that. For B part, again, I have to click on this small triangle. You can see here. Just click on here and answer option fourth B. Not only this, you can see after this, continue to next section. I can keep it as such. Fourth A, continue to next section. I can keep it as such. But if I have to give option in fifth question also, I have to change here also. By choosing this question, they will go directly to those section. But after that section, I have to create another section for my next question. So I am coming to last option. I'm creating another section. Now this is question fifth. So I am directing answer option. Otherwise, after fourth A, student will go to fourth B. I have to come here. You can see continue to next section. I have to change it. I'm taking that to question fifth. For fourth B options also, I am taking them to question fifth. For question fifth, I am again going to give them the option. They can either choose this question, they can either choose this. I'm going to repeat my steps. Let me just quickly repeat so that you can understand very well. After coming to this question, I am creating a section for answer options of A. Fifth A question. And coming to these options, I am again creating another section for answer options of fifth B. Otherwise, they have to attend each and every question. I have to restrict their direction. Again, I have to come back to question fifth. I have to choose that question. I have to click on 3 dots, go to section based on answer, not continue to next section. I want them to direct to answer option of fifth A. For my convenience, I have already given the name fifth A and fifth B. I want to direct to them to fifth B. Beside that, I have to do one more setting. If they are attempting fifth A, you can see after answer option of fifth A, there is continue to next section. No, I don't want continue to next section. I just want them to submit because I have just asked 5 questions. They should submit, and in the last question I can keep as such. After that they will automatically going to submit. So this is the part of creating section and using them very well for our answer options. I will share this in the chat box. Mukta ma'am will share with all of you after my session. You can watch it very clearly. And one more thing I want to share, how to use add-ons in Google Form. For using add-ons are nothing but small apps which increase productivity of Google Forms. How to go for that? Just click on this more button, 3 dots. Just click on this add-ons. It will take a moment. You can see there are so many add-ons here. Right now, let me just show you Hypatia Create only. This is a very good add-on for writing mass in the forms. Just click on this add-on. Just click on install. It will ask you some permissions. You can easily read out and give accordingly. Continue. Right now, I want this account only. Allow. You are to give the permission if you want to, and it is very safe. Otherwise, you can read the instructions given to them. It is now here installed. Just cross this. Just come back to our form. Yes. Cross this. Now you can see this button is created. Whenever I want to use that Hypatia, I have to come here. Just click on this Hypatia Create. Right now only one add-on is here. You are to click on this and you can use it. Insert added mass. A window will pop up. That you can try yourself. But how to add an add-on and where to find that add-on? This working is a different one. You can try it yourself, but any add-on, timers, mass, and any add-on you want to use with forms, you can find here after adding from this 3 dots. So from my side, it is over. I'm just going to share this form with Mukta ma'am. She will share in the chat box. You can try it. And there are very good adventurous story. We are not going to create each and every story here right now, but Mukta ma'am will share the forms with all of you. You can just check yourself and find it useful. Thanks, ma'am. From my side, it is over.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, Meena ma'am, and Nirupama ma'am. It was a wonderful explanation. So, and the viewers are really enjoying the session. One thing, viewers, we know that we are just getting a little bit late towards late. Please be patient because we have right now 2, 3 more interesting sessions. And now next we have Google Slides with Pavni ma'am and Harpreet ma'am. So I
And by the
welcome.
end of the session, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Mukta ma'am, please share the forms also
Yeah, sure,
after
ma'am.
the
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Sure.
audience, please don't forget to fill up your forms to get your certificates. By the end of the session, we are surely sharing the form, feedback form for you to avail the certificates. So, yes, ma'am, please go ahead. Pavani ma'am and
So now I invite Pavni ma'am and Harpreet ma'am for Google Slides.
yeah. Hello, Harpreet ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. What an overwhelming session. I think it's full of knowledge. Our participants, I can see the chats and the comments. They are thoroughly enjoying the session. And I think after this 3 days packed session, we'll be all good to go with the exam. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
so I'm going to
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
comment section is filled with amazing, amazing feedback for all of our presenters, and that's really encouraging.
So here, without much ado, I know we are behind time, so I'm going to quickly share my screen. Let me know once it's done.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
All right, so a very good evening to all of our presenters. We are truly glad that we get a chance to interact with you all. And today, together, we are going to learn few features of Google Slides. But before we get started, a little introduction about ourselves. So can we have this slide up, please?
I'm
Harpreet ma'am
trying.
screen.
It says shared, but it doesn't show up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's loading.
So here we are. So
All
there you
right. So dear educators, I'm Pavni. I'm the leader of GEG Hyderabad. I'm a Google certified educator level 2 and I teach primary school students. And today I have a fellow GEG leader joining me on this topic, Harpreet ma'am.
Thank you so much, viewers, educators. I am Harpreet Chaudhary. I'm a primary school educator as well, a Google certified trainer. I am the leader for GEG Ludhiana chapter. So we are going to start with Google Slides. And there, would you like to go for this, Pavni ma'am?
Yes. So these are the skills that is very important for you all to master if you want to appear for GCE Level 2 certification. So few of the topics over here will be handled by me and few will be handled by Harpreet ma'am. So let us get started now. I request Mukta ma'am to share my screen, please. Yes. So here I have a little dummy slide for us to get started with this presentation. So first of all, let us see that we have a slide deck ready. So in case we want to insert videos, we want to insert images or shapes for our classroom, then how can we do that? So what we will do is that we will go to this insert button, and using this insert, we can insert various images, we can insert text box, audio files, video files, shapes, tables, and so on. All right. Now, since this is a slide which I have prepared for my grade 2 students, which talks about animals, I want to insert a video over here. So I will click on video. Now, if I want to insert a video here, I can insert it from my Google Drive, or else I can insert directly by URL. Or in case I don't have the URL, I don't have the Google Drive, I can directly search on YouTube. So I want to insert here a video which talks about types of animals. I want to first discuss on the various types of animals, show them a little video, have an energizer in that form, and then get started. So here I have typed in my keywords, and here I have the various videos. So I find this one to be interesting. So I select that and then I insert it over here. So here is my video. I can adjust its position, and then over here on the right hand side, I can select whether I want this video to play on click. I want it to play automatically when the slide loads, or I want it to play manually. I want it to play on click, so I leave it as it is. All right. Yes. So now, if we see over here, this video is of 4 minutes 27 seconds. But sometimes it happens that we don't want to play the entire video. We just want to play for 1 minute or 2 minutes or so on. So that I can change over here. I can specify at which minute I want it to start, at which minute I want it to end. I can mention whether I want to mute the video. So all those formatting options which we want for the video, you can find it over here. All right. So this was about video. Now suppose that I want to insert some shape. So again, I will go into insert, and over here we see that there is an option to insert shapes. We can insert various shapes, arrows, call outs, equations, and so on. I want to insert a triangle for some reason over here. So I have clicked on triangle and I just make a triangle over here. If I want to increase the size, I can just enlarge it, or else if I want to decrease the size, I can just decrease it. If I want to play around with the shape of this particular triangle, then do you see this yellow dot right over here? We can just click on it and see, we can play around with the shape as well. In case I want to change the color of it, I will just select the shape and I will go over here and I can change the background color as well. In case I want to put in any text, I will right click on it, go to edit text and type in the text I want. So in this way, we can insert videos and shapes. Now, what if we want to insert images? Again, I am sure that you all would have guessed it. You will go into insert and you will go into image. Now here you have an option to upload a picture which you have saved locally in your system, or else you can upload it from Drive, from your Google Photos, or else you can access the camera, or else again you can search the web. Now, since we are talking about animals here, and this is the slide for carnivorous animals, let me take an example of tigers. Children are very much interested in lions and tigers, so let me have that up on the slide. Again, needless to say, you can enlarge it or else you can reduce the size as well. In case you want to crop it, just select the image and over here you can crop the image. Just click on the crop image and you will be able to crop it. All right. Now, suppose you want to mask the image. Now, what is masking the image? This image is of rectangle shape, but I want this image to fit in the size, fit in the shape of a circle, of an oval. Then how will I do it? I will select the image and next to crop image, we have a down arrow. Yes. So this down arrow is for masking the image. So I will click here and then I will select which shape it is that I want to mask this image into. So see, I have selected the oval shape. So now the image is masked in the shape of an oval. So this is, dear educators, how we can insert various tables, videos, audio files, video files, shapes, pictures, etc. Whatever you want to insert, you will find it in this menu. All right, so we have created our slide deck with all the information, all the pictures, text that we wanted. Now, this slide is totally white into color and my grade 2 children need some colors on their slides. So how can I do that? So whatever I need, I can find it over here. See, layouts, themes, transitions, etc. Either I can change it from here or else I can go to slide and I can edit the theme. I can change the theme. I can apply layouts, transitions, etc. Or else I can just come on the slide, right click, and from here as well, I can select the layout, I can change the theme, I can add transitions and so on. I find this easier. So now suppose that I want to add a background color. I'll go to background and over here, I will select a color. And see, the background color is added. Suppose that I don't want to add a color, but I want to insert an image. Then I can choose an image as well. Again, you can insert images as background from your camera, from your photos, Google Drive, or simply through a search. Okay, so these are the various options that you have. You can select any one and set it as your background image. Okay, so this was about the background. Now coming to the layouts. So when we prepare a slide deck, there are various information that we keep on our slides. Yes, sometimes we do comparison, sometimes we have only text, sometimes it is only a title so that we get started with a section, and sometimes it is title with text and so on. So for different type of content, we need different types of layout. So all of that, all of the different layouts which are available, you will find it over here. So as I said, this is the title slide. If you want to give the title, use this. If you want only the section header, use this layout. If you want a title with a body, use this layout. If you want title and 2 columns, usually how we do for comparisons, we use 2 columns for comparisons, right? So in that case, we can use this layout and so on. So according to our content, what we are presenting, we can choose the layout here. Now, if I want to change the theme, if I want to apply some theme to all the slides, then I can just go on to theme and I can select that which theme I want to apply. Okay, I can make any one selection and it will be applied overall to all the slides. In case I don't want to select any one theme from over here, then I can click on import theme as well, and I can use any other theme also. Okay, so we have done background, layout, theme, and now let us look into transition. Okay, so what is transition? So suppose that we have some text, we have few images on our slide, and we don't want everything to load at a time when we are presenting. Yeah, then we can add some animations to our slides. For example, I have added in this animation that when I click on the slide, only then the definition of carnivorous animal should come in. Now let me show you how we can do this. So I have applied an animation to the text that it should come up only when I click on the slide. Now I will apply an animation to this image. Okay, once this text comes up, after that this image should come up. So I will just select this image. I will say add animation. Over here we can select that which kind of animation do we want. You can just play around with the various options that we have, and then you can select whether you want the image to come on click or after previous. In our case, after previous will be after this particular text that is coming in, after previous or with previous. I'll say after previous, that after this text comes in, I want the image to come in. And then you can set the speed also, that how much time do you want the animation to be. Okay, so once that is done, you can just say play, and then see. So this is how we can add in animations. All right, yes. So now we have added various formatting to our slide deck. Now suppose that you want formatting. I suddenly decide that I don't want this font style, I don't want this color for my titles. I want all the titles to be red in color. The font size should be a little more. Basically, I want to change the formatting of all the slides. Now, suppose that you have 20 slides in your slide deck. Now, there are two options through which you can do this. One is go into each and every slide from your slide deck and change the format of the title, or else you can use the master slide. Just change the format in the master slide and it will reflect in your whole slide deck. Needless to say, we prefer the method of using a master slide because there is no repetition of tasks. Yes. So how can we do that? We will just go to slide, click on edit theme, and see this slide that you will find on the top is called as your master slide. Here I will click on the title. So this is the title of the slides. I will say that the text should be red in color. It should be 30 in size, and the font style should be Amatic. Okay, so now if you see, the format has been applied to all the slides. I need not go and change into all the slides. Just edit the master slide and it will reflect into all the other slides as well. All right, so we have done insertion. We have seen how we can change backgrounds, change themes, add layouts, add transitions, and we have seen that what is the use of master slide and how we can edit master slide. Now, once this is done, let us see the presenter view. So when we are displaying the slides, we can make use of presenter view as well. So what is the use of presenter view? Let us have a look at it. Harpreet ma'am, can you see the next tab which is showing the presenter view?
No, not yet.
Um all right, Harpreet ma'am, would you like to share your screen so that we can show what happens in the slideshow?
I will just share it, ma'am.
Yeah.
There. So here, if we are on the presenter view,
Yeah.
can you see, ma'am?
I think it is Mukta ma'am. I request you to share Harpreet ma'am's screen. Yes. So this is the presenter view, dear educators. So as you can see that in presenter view, you will be able to see the speaker notes. So what is speaker notes? We can add speaker notes to each and every slide at the bottom. So when you're presenting it, you can refer to this speaker notes. Like for example, in my slide, in the second slide, I had added a speaker notes at the bottom that first have a discussion that what are the eating habits of animals, and then show the video. So it's something like that. Whatever notes you want to have, you can keep it in speaker notes and it will come up over here. You can keep it check on the timer as well. And then yes, and then at the bottom you can navigate to different slides as well, so that it is easier for you. Okay, and along with that, there is another interesting feature that we have over here, that is audience tools. Through this, we get to conduct a Q&A session with our children. Suppose that at the end, I want to give some quiet time and I ask my children, the children, what do you think? Is it good for animals to be in the zoo, or should we just let it out? Then what can I do? I'll just ask the question in the class, the children, what do you think can be done? Please type in the answer. So there, what I'll do, click on start now, please. So when we click on start now, we are opening a discussion forum over here. A link is generated. You can see at the left hand side, it is saying that it is still accepting questions. It is still on. Yes. So now you can just copy that link and you can share it with your children. Yes. So you can just copy that link and you can share it with your children. And then your children will be able to send in their answers. So when they send in their answers, they have an option to send the answers anonymously as well, which is a great feature for our shy children. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can, yes. So you can ask anonymously as well. And once they type in over here, it will be reflected in your screen. So Harpreet ma'am, why don't you go ahead and type in something? What do you think? Should animals be kept in zoo, or should they be just let out in the open? I feel they should be let out in. Ma'am is
Animal
increasing
reserves.
the suspense, huh? Let out in, okay, let out in reserves. Okay, that's good.
And when I
So
submit,
yeah, so once they submit, the audience will be able to see the previous answers. And as a presenter, what you will be able to see is, see, this is what you will be able to see as a presenter. You can present this answer on your slideshow, on your screen, and then you can have a discussion related to that as well. And I absolutely love this feature because it truly makes our classes interactive. So this is it from my end, and I now hand it over to Harpreet ma'am.
all right. So look, this is how it's presented to the kids, big and bold, and it's really interactive. And for live sessions, it's really useful. So I think even the middle school or high school educators can use it to their advantage by using this beautiful tool of Google Slides. So I'm going to go back to my slide deck. So we've covered the interesting part, which Pavni ma'am has already done. My part is a bit more practical, and you need to be creative. So here, without much ado, we are running behind time. So we start. I'm going to quickly show you. It is the student created content that we need to work on. We need to look at how students get involved using Google Slides. We're going to look at the ways to assess them. how we can make digital lessons through hyperlinking and making it into digital books using the same tool of Google Slides, how to insert flowcharts and making animations, which Pavni ma'am has already informed you. Just a quick note, whatever we've looked at in past 15 minutes is already more or less similar in Google Slides and Google Forms. Also, some features are same. Google Docs, the way, the method, the menu, the toolbar is more or less the same. If you master one, it is very easy, and Google, like, it is self-explanatory, it is beautiful and self-learning tool. So here my first student created content is what we recently had, a class trip that went to Missouri to the students. So these are just few ideas. You can use Google Slides, because Google, when we check our exam pattern for Google educator level 1 or level 2, the objective is to make sure that the educator who's taking the test is more comfortable with the usage of tools and with the method, how things are followed. A lot of steps are followed in the exam pattern, so you don't have to do the scenario questions in the exam, but you will have to know where what is and how to apply it to your everyday knowledge, is what the check is all about. So if you're using it, if you're comfortable with making these things, I don't think it's a hard deal to crack. So here we've got pictures. So I asked the kids on a shared drive, I shared the pictures of the trip. They had to insert the pictures from the drive, so they use the insert tool here to click image from these 6 options that they had. They had the drive that was shared, a folder was shared through the drive. They had to insert text, they had to format it, and once they did it, we shared it and we converted it into a video using our Canva, which is a third party tool, and it was a beautiful feature. So you see, they chose the background, they set whatever Pavni ma'am just showed you, the font, the size, the text, whatever it was beautifully shared with the students, and they did it all by themselves. So that's one idea. Second, this was a teacher led activity wherein we were doing body systems. So we had this activity wherein we use the shapes, which again Pavni ma'am introduced how to do it. You've all done it in level 1 to just insert a shape, just gave it a colorful look. We added different shapes and text boxes. They just have to drag in to see where it goes. So it could be a shared activity. I'm not marking it right, just for an example. So it could be a shared activity, or it could be a class activity together, like a quick check on your, we can do different formative and summative assessments via Google Slides. So that is again a beautiful resource to do it. You just have to use the insert tool. I keep saying to my kids and other educators, insert in the toolbar is our best friend. So if you make friends with it, you have everything that's inside this insert, and it's a world in itself. Going on to this one, again we looked at hyperlinking. What is hyperlinking was already told to you during the earlier session today in Google Docs. So hyperlinking basically is you select a particular set of text and you link it with either the slide, like we used to do in other Google tools. So you just link it with a slide within the same deck, or you link it with outsourced Google or any other website for that matter, or even to an other Google tool, which could be a Google Doc, a Google Form, a Google Sheet. So the kids, it's a lesson in itself. So if you look at it here, I've got a lesson wherein they have got this story that they will read, a book that we would study over the year. This is a teacher's guide, which is a Google Doc. So it is hyperlinked. So hyperlinking basically, simply if you saw, so hyperlinking is basically this text is highlighted with an underline and there's a little hand that shows, which tells you it is a hyperlinked document. We'll just check. We've got some concepts here. It also says where you see a pencil, how you exit. So there are instructions for any other educator to use it. You've got little text. So we are just using colorful background, putting images, putting square boxes, so shapes, using all that to create our resources. Now here, again, these chapters are hyperlinked, which means the slide is itself linked with other slide numbers. So here, if I click on this, it directly leads me to chapter 1. If I go back, I go to chapter 9, it takes me to chapter 9, and I can go forward to chapter 9. I've got vocabulary where it says Pencil, I made instruction in the beginning for anybody to use it. Wherever there is pencil, you exit out of the presenter mode and you click here. There's a text box given and you write your own characterization feature or whatever is asked for. So it is really practical. You can give it by groups, so 4 people working in a group, so make it more effective, or you could just work as a big class activity for students. Now here I also linked it, so we have some quizzes in my doc. So you remember, if you saw the first slide that I showed you here had the teacher resource, which was the Google Doc. So that was a doc in itself. So here it was a doc in itself. So this is what it opened to. Once I clicked on it, here it says chapters. I click on it again. This document, which is a hyper doc, that's where the name came from. You just click on it and it opens into a third app, which is a forced copy. I need to make a copy. So the child, when you're sharing it to a student, you are making them make a forced copy, so your original document is retained without disturbing the setting or the originality of it. So here, once they make a copy will be named to them. If it is via the Google Classroom, it is shared and they open into Google Form. So we started from Google Slides to Google Docs to Google Forms. Is there a question? I heard some sound.
Yes, ma'am. There is a request because the screen was not clear. So there was a
Oh,
request to make it clear just.
is that better now, ma'am? Is it visible?
Yeah, still a bit. Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
So,
Carry on.
yeah, thank you. So here, that's again, we are linking each and every tool to the other one to get to our feature. So it's a whole lesson itself. It really allows autonomous attitude in children. They become independent, they work. It even works. I teach grade 4, 5, grade 3s, so it really works with them. So you can imagine what worlds can it open for you, what doors can it open when it is for the middle school, high school kids. Even the small ones can have a lot of fun with group activities together if you have access to resources. So now a quick check on how to create this. If I go back to my main slide deck, let's say I have this, I want to hyperdoc. Now what is this? So I have, let's say, this text I want to hyperdoc. I go to maybe this link. It's an external website. I take the link, I go back, I just have to select the data I want to hyperlink with. And on the top, on the menu bar, you have this little chain that says insert link. Again, very easy to hover over icons. If you don't know what it is, you just hover the mouse and you get to know what it is. So there are options. Either I can link it with the other slides, which are just 4 slides I have in this slide deck, or I can link it with some external source. I want to link it with my presentation or my website. Here I click on apply and you see the text has changed totally and it has become, if you can see, it has become a hyperlink. Now I click on it, I click on the link itself and it opens to a website which is external to my document. Now here, if I have to, let's say, link it with the slide deck and a slide within it, I will click again on the text I want to link it with. Same way, but this time I will just change it to the slide number I want. So I maybe want to go to, let's say, slide next slide. So here, the slide 2. Now when I click on this and I'm on my presenter view, if you click here, I am directly onto this. So this is how easy hyperlinking is to the same slide deck, to another Google tool, or to an external website. So there are ways to hyperlink. It just depends on how creative you are and how creative you can get to make your lessons interesting. The last one here that we look at is our flow charting. Now here I want to create a flow chart. Let's say I will just close the extra options I don't need. So I'm going to open. Okay, let's save time. I just go on to a new slide. I don't need this, any of this. I am making a flow chart in my class. I click on insert, again, my best friend, the diagram feature. The moment I click on the right side, there is a panel which gives me a lot of options, whether I want a grid view I want a hierarchical view, I want a timeline, or I want some process, some circle or a cycle, life cycle. If you want to show it to the kids like a life cycle of chicken, I will want to take this. Once I click on the hierarchical view, I've got a lot of options in it. The shapes, the colors, I can make whichever way the flow chart I want. I can just click on it. I can totally change the color. I highlight the whole thing. I can change the color of the text from white to black. I can change the color of the boxes. Maybe I can change the color of the text here to make it look blue. I can change lot of things in it. I just need to enter, for example, on the next one, I want here, I don't want this, I just click on this one. I just say there was a family called Harrisons. I can just, and okay, let me do this. So I'm gonna go on to, okay, Harrison had 2 kids, Naomi and John. And John had further 2 kids each. So there was James, Julie. There is John, who has 2 girls, namely Suzanne and Roxanne. It looks like a beautiful family. So I've made a family tree. Same, likewise, I can make it for kids to show the continuous learning that they are doing in the lesson, to start a unit with a overall objective, bringing them to subtopics and further subtopics inside what they will be needing to do. So I can make my curriculum, my progressions, my lessons in a way which is very interactive and interesting. So that's again another new feature. You've got other features when you go into it. If you go by menu, you've got a lot of things that you can explore. I can also go to download and download my whole slide deck as a lot of options. So it could be a PowerPoint, I could download it as a PDF, a JPEG file, a PNG. I can do that. Second, I can do a page setup, which is again an interesting feature. You can customize your page size. So here it is 20 by 11.5. Let's make it 11 by 8.5. I want my page to be customized. There are options again given as widescreen, 16 by 9, 16 to 10, 4 to 3. You just click on 11 by 8.5. You see the size has shrunk. So that could be another way. Then you have other options wherein you can explore the add-ons, the tools. There are spelling and grammar check again, dictionary, there's voice typing, again very interesting feature. You can use that. You go and you explore, and it is a world, I will repeatedly say, because I am in love with this. And lastly, we have this one more feature I'd like to share. Imagine I'm sharing this slide deck with someone. It is with my students or a co-teacher or anybody outside. I'm uploading it as my resource to be shared with our educators. I want them to make a forced copy. What I'll do is I click on this, where I have until where I have edit. I'm going to remove that. And I just simply type copy. The moment I do that, this is how my link turns into make a copy. So whenever now, if I share now this link with anybody, it could be my school outside or students, they will have to make a copy. So it's a forced copy feature. Erase everything until edit. Erase the edit also, just type copy and you will see the magic. Last one, again, to generate a link, you have options wherein you can do a share. It is again the same in Google Docs. You have a share option. You can share it with whoever you want with an email ID. You can remove the restriction, anyone with the link. You copy, you give them the rights, viewer, commenter, or editor rights. You copy the link and you are done. You copy paste it. There is another way that you can do it. It's a publishing to the web. Now, if you're publishing your document as a web page, your Google slide, it's very easy. You just hit publish. There is a link. You can choose the time, how often or how soon you want it to go to the next slide. You have some options to choose from as soon as the player loads or you restart the slide after the live. You can also embed the slide into another resource or a tool or a website. So if I just say link and I click publish, it says, are you sure you want to publish? Okay. And here I have a URL that is generated for me. I can directly share it through my Gmail, Twitter, Facebook. So social media is integrated into Google. From here, my embedded code is also generated. I can just click on this and we are good to go. Publish the contents, they are all published, it confirms. And the same way you can unpublish the document as well. The best part of publishing is once you're done, you don't have to make the changes. Whatever changes you make in the slide deck will automatically keep changing onto your slide deck. So you don't, once done, it's sorted. You don't have to update it again unless and until you change or make a copy of the slide, it won't. So that is all. I think we are good, and you just hit again stop publishing. You have the slide deck to yourself. So that is all from my end. I think that was pretty uh, good information and pretty quick. I tried to make it super fast. Apologies if it was a bit too
No, no,
fast.
no,
You will
no.
all get the recording and you can follow up on the recording. I think we have a lag of time. Thank you so much. I hope that will help all the educators present here for their exam preparation, and we'll all be good to go with all what we've shown and what we've helped you with. I will share a slide deck towards the end, Mukta ma'am, maybe, wherein we can just have a
Yes.
link of the questionnaire that they can try. We can
Yes,
create
ma'am.
that.
Sure.
Sure,
Thank you
sure.
Sure.
so much.
It was amazing, Harpreet ma'am and Pavni ma'am, both of you. Really,
Thank
very
you.
well explained, and I'm really loving this the way you are explaining, as always. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All
Bye.
the best,
Yeah.
everyone, and thank you for your time. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Goodbye
Thank
and
Thank
you.
all the
you.
very
Bye bye.
best. Bye.
Yeah.
We are short of time. So, and our next session, please be patient, viewers. And we are sorry. Our educators are just, they are into teaching and giving you more and more. So, coming back to our next session thing, that is Google Classroom. And I invite Seema ma'am and Nirupama ma'am on the stage. Welcome, ma'am, both
Welcome,
of
ma'am.
you.
Welcome, Smita ma'am.
Thank you, Mukta ma'am.
And
Please go
Thank you,
ahead.
Pana ma'am.
yeah,
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone.
Please permit me to share the screen.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, sure, you can share.
Okay, I hope my screen is visible now. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Myself, Smita Jain. I'm a Google certified trainer and representing Varanasi, the city of Lord Seva. I'm a leader here representing GG Varanasi, and my partner Nirupma ma'am.
Yeah, so my name is Nirupama Mahapatra Das. I'm representing GG Darjeeling and a mathematics teacher and Google certified trainer. Yes, Smita ma'am, today we are going to learn about Google Classroom. So can you tell, I mean, what are the benefits of Google Classroom? I mean, big advantages.
Okay, today we are
Yes.
going to skill to masters the how to create name and section of the Google Classroom, setting the header image, managing and using classroom stream and discussions, use topics to organize content in Google Classroom, classroom setting pages, how to share classroom from mobile devices, how to set up your classroom to the differentiate learning, enabling guardian summaries. So coming next, why we use this classroom, there are 10 reasons why we use classroom. It's there on the slide also. Basically main thing is we get everything in the Google Drive. Whatever we do, it is a paperless classroom, and it is a very simple way to communicate with student, where the student and the teacher both can communicate at one place, and it is always get uh,
improved, like Google always get updated, and the classroom is also improved. So let us see the live demo of the classroom.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am, that is good. So
I'm moving to the Google. So how to go for the classroom is, you have to just click on the waffle and click on classroom. If you are using mobile, you have to download the app Google Classroom from the Play Store. And if you are using the desktop or a laptop, you can go through waffle, but you have to have a Gmail account. Then only you can go for it. Okay. Now coming to the Google Classroom, when we click on Google Classroom, we get the icon of Google Classroom here. You can see here. And to create a new classroom, we go to this plus sign. This is the plus sign here. Student have to join the classroom if the student is there. And if a teacher is creating, you have to create a classroom. As a student, you have to join. As a teacher, you have to create. So to create a classroom, just click on create classroom. You will get some rules. You just click on this and go to continue. So you will get this format. Here you are going to write the name of the classroom. If I'm a computer teacher and I want a computer class, I will write computer class. Whichever section I am dealing with, whether it is 6th or 7th, I will write the section. If it is computer, again I will write computer as a subject. And in the room, you can mention the room numbers and you can create. So it will take time, few seconds to create a classroom. I am moving next to the classroom. When the classroom is created, how it will look like. This is the classroom. It is been created now. You can see the code here. This is the code here. This is used to invite the student. When you click on this code, you can see you can invite student using this code also. When, as a student, a child is joining, he can use this code and he can join the classroom. The another thing is,
Smita ma'am, just I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think your screen has been stopped shared.
yeah, yes.
okay, wait a minute, let me share it again. It is sharing now.
Yeah, it will come.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So when you are going for the code, this is the code. Children can join through code. If you are going with the link, if you want to send a link to join, uh, Mukta ma'am, can you send the link in the chat box so that the teachers, the viewers can join the classroom which I have given you? So this was the link from where the student can join. This is the link. You can copy the class invite link from here and you can send it to your student through email, or if you have created a classroom, if you have a WhatsApp group, you can send this link or a class code. With this, they can join your classrooms. Now coming to the name next. Now changing the header. This is the header here. You can customize your header by clicking on customize this button. You click on customize button. If you have already some photo on your system, you can upload that photo. Like I have selected one of the photos here, classroom header. I am changing it. See the header? You can drag it and fit it to the size of your classroom and select the class theme. So it will be changed.
Yeah, it's really good feature, ma'am.
Yes. Now, if
Yeah.
you want your font style to be changed, you want the theme colors to be changed, you can select whichever color you want. You can select. Now the text which will appear in the classroom will be of same color, whichever color you select. You can see I'm saving. Now everything is visible in pink color as I have selected the pink color. Now this is the stream area where the announcement is to be taken place. Whichever announcement you want to do, you want your children to join at some specific time, you can announce it here. You can just write here, please join
at 4 p.m. So you can post this announcement, and all the students who are enrolled in your classroom will get this as a notification there. You can add any file from your Google Drive. You can upload the file from your computer here. In case you want to add any link here, you can add the link, and even you can attach a video also in the stream when you are using to show it to your student. After this, you can schedule your this stream announcement whichever time you want your children should see. You want 10 minutes before the classroom, on the date, specify the time and schedule it, or you can directly post right now at the in the classroom. So it is posted, and the student, those who are appearing there, will get the notification for that. Now coming next to it, it's classroom here. Now, one more thing is which I left here was, you want this stream. Here you want your children also to comment. You can select the setting and you can change the setting of the stream here. This is the section for the stream. You can select from this drop down arrow that student can post the comment. Student can only post comment. Only teachers can post or comment. If you want a discussion of a student on the posting or the announcement, you can go for the with the first one. And if you want only the comment to be given by the student, you can go for the second one. And if you want only the teachers to give the announcement there in the stream section, you select the third option. In case you have selected the first option and your student have some discussion which has been deleted, you can see, you can switch on this item and you can see all the deleted items, all the deleted comments on the stream section. You can view that. This is only for the teacher, not for the student. So coming back to the classwork now. Now coming to the classwork, this plus sign shows that you can create a assignment from here. So there are many features here. You can select any of the thing. First of all, you have to create a topic here. As you can see, I have created two topics here: understanding and important links. These are called the topics. You don't have the option to create subtopic. You can only create the topic here. Now in this assignment, quiz assignment, questions, material, reuse post. Assignment is the option which we use when we want something from the student side. If we want my student to submit a JPG or a picture or a document or a PDF, then we use this assignment portion. And when we click on this assignment and assign something, you can have to give the title of that assignment, the instructions, what you want your student to do. And if you are attaching any of the document, if you are attaching any of the document, let me upload any of the document from here. This is a quiz. I am inserting this and I want my student to get a copy for each student. So I will click on this, make a copy for each student. The document which I am attaching here will convert it into many copies and it will be assigned to each student who are there in the classroom. Student can edit the file. If you want your student to work on the same file, you can go and click on this option. If you want any document that should be attached, only the student can view and answer it accordingly. Whatever the question is, you can go for student can view file. If you want the assignments to be given as a point or a number, you can go and create a marks here. You can change the mark. If it is of 10 marks, if you are taking any assessment, you can take it as a 10 marks. And if you want it to be ungraded, you just want their submission, so make it ungraded. If you want to give a due date, like you want your children to submit within a week, you can allot a date here. Date and time can be given for the submission. Then
Already we have created a topic, so you want the question paper should go in that topic, or you want to create any other topic. From here also you can create a topic. If I write question, this is a topic created here. Now if you want to schedule this paper, if it is a paper, you are inserting a Google form, you are inserting a document as a paper, you can schedule it also. You can schedule this from here and you can go for it. Now coming back to the classroom, it is saved as a draft. I have not used anything. Now with the classwork, now I'm moving to the people. As I have asked ma'am to share the link, invite link, I can see there are many audience who are very punctual and they are concentrating on what we are dealing. So 4 people have joined. You can see here, they are as a student they have joined. If I want to join Nirupma ma'am, I can ask Nirupma ma'am also to join as a co-teacher here. She can join us. I am sending an invite. She will get an invite on the mail. As a co-teacher, she can join here. And with the link and with the code, the students are joining here as a student. You can see here. Now coming next to the grade section. Now whichever thing, like I'm just now, this was a new classroom, so I'm moving to another classroom where I have given already the marks and everything. So I'm showing you the grade section. When you give a assignment there and you have to grade it, you can see this is the one place where you can see all the assignments grading, and the student, those who have missed the test, everything you can get at one place, and you can check who has done their work and who has not done the work. This is the place you can get the grading. Now coming to the setting part. This was the setting icon. Now the stream section already I have explained. If all the students have joined your class, you can turn off your invite codes. This was turn off, turn on. You can change it. Okay. Now, let me go back to the setting. So this is turned on now. The children can join or the audience can join now. This is the link there. If you want to reset the link, you can reset also the link. Then display the code. You can see the code when it is asked to display the code. You can see the code on the stream section there. And if it is switched off, you cannot see there. See, it is in the big form. You can see the code and you can switch it off. The code will be closed. Now coming to the next, managing link. If you want that your links to be changed, you can reset your link. This is the link by which children join. Sometimes the children used to share this link with each other, and the student who is not there in the class, they can also join there with the permission. So you can reset the link so that nobody can get the link there. Now you hide this. If you don't want your children to see the link, you hide the link. If you want your children to see the link, you can make it visible. Now coming to the grading section. Now, whichever marks, as I have shown in the grade section, the marks were there. You want your overall calculation to be shown to the student in a point wise. You can click on the total point. The student will be able to see the points which they have got. If you want them to see weighted by the categories, you can see the and click it on the category. Now, how to settle the categories, how to set the categories. It is a grade section here, grade categories. Whichever assignment you are giving, like if I'm giving a graded assignment, it is of 5 marks, I can set it from here. If it is a SDG, that is of 5 point, I can set the grading here. So automatically when we assign a SDG assignment, it will take 5 point as a thing. Let me show you this classwork. I'm showing a SDG assignment here of my student. This is a snap test which was already assigned. Let me show it to you. See, The graded assignment was of 10 marks. It is already, when I have categorized it in the setting section of the marks, graded categories, it is already given as 10. And this child has scored 0 marks because he has not turned in anything. So he has got 0. There is a student called Ananya, and she has submitted. You can see the history also here. When she has submitted, when she has drafted, it was the question paper was draft, and within that time limit she has submitted or not. You can check it from here. Now coming back again to the classroom, you can give a comment also here. If it is a question paper, if I'm talking about this, you can give a personal comment also here. This is the place you can give a special comment to the child that well done. And if you are using any extension also, you can give a voice message also here. See, the child is getting the message, well done, keep it up. Now instructions are given. It was a Google form. I have linked a Google form here, so it is a Google form. Anything I have left, ma'am? I can't hear you. You are mute, ma'am. No. What happened? So those who are there, one more thing. If we are going for the, let me go to that classroom where teachers are joined. Okay. So I was explaining about the assignment. Now coming to the next, that is material. Material is the section where we post the things where we don't want anything from the student. We only want them to read and go through the materials which are going. So we use material. Then reuse post if I have too many classes and I have posted any document or any form in one of the class. So I can use this reuse post there, and from that class I can select whichever topic I want from there. I can select the classroom and I can select the post from there, and I can post it in my classroom. See, I can reuse this item in my classroom.
Yeah, ma'am. One thing, can you tell how to enable guardian summaries? So basically,
Oh, yes,
inviting
ma'am.
guardians. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Coming to that point also. Now here, one is differentiate learning. If you want, you are in a class and you want, just now you want your student to answer a question, so you can go with the question section and you can pose the question. As I have created a question here, I have created a question here. Are you able to understand the feature of Google Classroom? It is a multiple choice question and you want your student to answer it right now. So you can post that answer, you can schedule it also, and you can post it. The teachers who are as a student in my classroom can answer this as I have posted here. They can answer the questions here. Are you able to understand the feature of a Google Classroom? Then coming to the guardian summary. See, when you go on settings, you have a guardian. It is not here. Let me open the classroom here. If you are going to a school domain, then only you will get that guardian summary thing. You have to enable it here. You can see here guardian summary. If you switch it on, add all the classes you teach to the guardian email summaries. Means whichever the email IDs, the parents email ID is there, they are being added to this classroom. And you can see here, when I clicked on this, you can see in the setting, let me come save. Now you can see here all the emails of the guardians are attached with it, and whatever the posting is given in the class as a email notification, it reaches to the parent also, not only to the student, it goes to the parent also. Let me check that how many teachers have understood and they have replied here. Oh, I got 2 answers here. See, 2 answers they have given yes. This is the class, that is Reena ma'am and Devesh Tiwari sir. They have given the answer yes, they are getting they are understanding the features of Google Classroom. So only 2 reply just now I got. This was all from my side. Nirupma ma'am, if you want to add anything, you can add it on.
Ma'am, you have covered everything beautifully. So one thing just I want to add, whenever we allow the students to copy the, I mean, question paper or any assignment, no? So I think more than 100 students, it will not allow. Yeah, ma'am, if you have tried this, because class of 40, 50, up to 100, each student can make a copy of that thing. That copy feature is not available for more than 100 students in a classroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was all for Google Classroom. I hope I made everybody understood what are the features of Google Classroom, and all the best for level 2, those who are appearing for level 2.
Thanks a lot.
We
Thank
have
you for
covered
the
everything.
wonderful session.
Yeah.
Nirupama ma'am and Smita ma'am, yes, we have definitely understood everything. And I hope the educators have understood and ready for level 2. So, Panna
Yeah.
ma'am, going ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. Both of you have really explained very well, which is the most important app which we are using it, and it's a very useful app for us as educators also, Google Classroom. So amazing. So thank you, audience, for having patiently watching us. I hope you have learned today a lot about many apps, and yet to go with few more, many more apps in next 2 days. So please stay tuned with us. I know we have taken more time today, but then I think it was worth it, because the knowledge what you had gained for today from our experts, I hope you might agree that it was really worth spending time so much with everyone with on our platform. So see you tomorrow once again with few more apps, and the next day as well. Stay tuned for day 2 and day 3, and learn and prepare yourself for GCE Level 2 Educators certification. So thank you once again. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye, everyone. Thanks a lot for
Good night.
joining. Bye bye.
Thank
Good
you for
night.
joining. Bye bye.